Hey everyone, it's Jen Nieto from the Pixie Post, and I am back with Mindful Mondays. And before we get into today's video, I do want to thank you for stopping by. If you like what you see, please feel free to click like and subscribe. There's a lot more content coming your way, and I'd love to have you along for the journey. Today has been a very interesting day, as the beginning of the week always is. And I am very, very excited right now because fall is coming. We already had the autumn equinox on the 21st. So a lot of old energy is filtering out, as well as new energy coming in. And for a lot of us, it's kind of going into hibernation mode. A lot of us really just want to hunker down, take a break from all the hustle, and also reset in a lot of our priorities, as well as life in general. Now, I'm not saying stop working or stop working on our crafts. Of course, we're going to still be doing things and still be active. But sometimes it's a good thing to step back for a few minutes, really reassess what's important in your own life and what's important to venture forward on your path. Lately, as we're going into the Mercury retrograde, I think that starts on October 13th, if I'm not mistaken. And while I don't put all my life events on these energies, it does have a part to play in a lot of the world's frequency. A lot of us are so used to following a certain path, or following certain people, or following a certain way of doing things, that we kind of get in our own way and don't look to seek change or try to get out of our comfort zone or really be true to ourselves.
Also, and this is freaking driving me nuts. Why?
And I am back. I fixed my hair. I'm a little more put together. I don't know what that hair thing was all about. And summer is my first favorite season. I've always loved summer, even when I was younger. But I think the older I'm getting, the more I love fall, because I love the change in the color of the leaves, the smell of the air, the sweaters, the lattes, even fire in the fireplace, even though I don't have a fireplace, and just the change of season overall is just something comforting about it. And a lot of us are looking into fall for symbolism as well. It's more about change in our lives. It's more about hunkering down and taking stock of what is important in our lives. Because as we go from fall to winter and then winter to spring, it's all a transitional change. It's more about growth and transformation. Spiritually, for me, it's more of looking within even more intensely, doing the shadow work, really reprioritizing my goals, my life goals, my work goals, and my personal goals. And it's a really important time for me to do that, because when a few months down the line, when we are starting to get back into the rhythm of things, especially with going out and enjoying the spring weather when everything's in bloom, at least for me, it feels like a change for me, like I'm blooming into the new version of myself. And it's really important that people do this year, whether it's something you have always done or something maybe you've never done. And it doesn't always have to focus on certain months of doing it, but also please be true to yourself. I've seen a lot of the FOMO mentality lately. It's really rampant right now. Fear of missing out is destructive. It is something that will never leave you alone if you keep feeding into it. I've seen it with the crypto markets and even trading, regular fiat trading. I've seen it when competing with one another, beyond the friendly competitiveness. I mean, we all have friendly competitiveness with games and different little things sometimes. Sometimes just to, make each other laugh. If it's in the right frequency, that's totally different. But there are some people who are so competitive that they wish each other bad, or they get jealous, or even vindictive. That's when you know you need to step back and take a time out. Also, the comparing of yourself to others. Even though those people might not even think about you in that. I mean, they're not even thinking that you're any less. But when you start putting that pressure on yourself, that you're less because you haven't achieved the same goal as that person did. We don't know each other's story completely. Nobody knows your story. And you don't know everybody's story. So sometimes it's important to remember that, because it's okay to have emotions. It's okay to feel what you feel. Definitely process them. Don't deny them, but let them pass through. Don't let them own you. I've been very guilty of that sometimes, and it's tiring. It's exhausting. It's emotionally exhausting, and it does no good. It does not help you. It does not uplift you. Sometimes it might even destroy relationships. Other people start picking up on that energy, and that'll repel them. It's a really interesting dilemma, because it's something very human. A lot of us feel. Some people have it a lot, some don't. Some are in the middle. And sometimes it takes that one person or that one situation to trigger it. But the sooner you work on these things and let go of what is not serving you, like FOMO, and you're not really missing out on anything. Once you come to that conclusion, you will be able to let go of so much, and so much more will come in for you. You'll start attracting things that are better for you, and that are probably even bigger than what you're afraid of missing out on. We can no longer afford to be followers. I call it being a sheep. And when I say that, I do not mean that disrespectfully. I honestly don't. But it's a good term for it. Because when we blindly follow other people because we feel we have to, or our voice is not important enough, or we feel we can't change anything or even have an effect on anything, or maybe we're just so damn lazy we don't feel like doing it. All of those things are self-serving and don't serve you at all at the same time. And it disheartens me when I see that. I am working hard on a couple of little things I'm dealing with, which I've been very triggered lately, and I'm starting to figure out why, and I'm working on that. But when I see people going through this and they're not even stepping back to understand why, it saddens me, because I know a lot of it could be worked through if you just took a moment to check in with yourself. Your true authenticity is what counts. You have a voice. You don't need to follow anyone else to be worthy. You do not need to be a sheep and go along with everything. You don't need to copy someone else that you idolize. You don't need to do the exact same things as maybe the people closest to you. Sure, if you honestly really want to, and that's when you have to be honest with yourself. Really ask yourself that hard question. Am I doing this because it brings me joy and it serves me? Or am I doing this because I'm afraid of being left behind? Or I'm feeling like, nobody will notice me if I don't do it. Or, what can I possibly bring to the table? So I'll just do the cookie cutter type of thing and do what everybody else is doing. That's when you have to ask yourself the hard questions. And no, it's not sexy. It's not fun. It can be very emotional. But you owe it to yourself to do this. And I know I might sound like a broken record, but the universe is really, really stressing this right now, because we're going into a time that we have to be on top of our game, spiritually and mentally. We have to know our voice, we have to reconnect and align within ourselves and express our authenticity and go on our true path. Yes, there will be change with that. Yes, things may be different. And sometimes we have to do it alone. But when we go through it and come out on the other side, so much will be open for you. So much will be better in your world, regardless of what's going on in the outer world. I had to say something about that today. I have been very, I've really been taking stock of where my business path is going right now, and I'm going to be changing some things. I'm still in the thought process. I'm having a real pull to return to my spiritual stuff. I say stuff, but spiritual path. I been going a different path, and while it's been fun and while it's been kind of cool, just doing these different things, I realized there was something missing. There is a part of myself that was becoming a sheep, that was going along with everything because I wanted to be part of something. But really, what's important is, who am I really, and what gives me joy, and how can I help others and bring value to you while I'm doing this. And I went back and realized when I was really happy, I was doing my cards, I was talking about more esoteric things, I was enjoying walks with Timmy, just doing all these joyful little things. While they may not be wonderfully exciting all the time, but that is where my joy lies. That is where I felt so aligned, and I knew I could bring some sort of value to my audience and to the people I love in my life. So, and that is enough for me. I don't need to join all these latest and greatest things. I expect to be active, engaging, curating, but in some areas it may be less showing up. And it's not that I'm not supportive, it's not that I don't care, but I need to check back in with myself, and it's going to take more than just unplugging and watching a show and having a snack. I did a little bit of that this weekend, which totally helped, and there is a place for that. I'll be doing that every weekend, I'm sure, but now it's time to do the work. So that is why I'm excited about fall. I'm excited to return to some things, but also go in a new direction. And I really hope you guys will be with me on it. I'm sorry I'm being vague, but I don't even know how it's going to go yet. But I'm looking to October as being the new beginning for the Pixie post. And I really think it's going to be an exciting ride. So, wow, I didn't know I was going to be talking about this when I came out with today's Mindful Monday, but really what you can take from this, other than my announcement there, is when is the time for you to work on your own path? When is the time to step back and really redirect to what brings you joy? And of course, you can't do it until you're ready. You have to be at a point where you say, enough is enough. I can support people. I can support all the loved activities I enjoy. But what can I do without? And what can I do to bring my own authenticity and my own joy, so it doesn't feel like just another day, just another Groundhog Day? Because when life feels monotonous for you, when life feels like day after day after day of the same thing, you're not getting the full experience of the human existence. And we're not here to be stuck in a rat wheel. We're here to experience different things. We're here to experience relationships and cultivate the ones we have that we care about, and just be true to ourselves. And that's what I'm going to do. So So I hope you guys like this unorthodox Mindful Monday. Fall is here. New beginnings are going to be in progress, and I can't wait to see what happens in the spring as we all become butterflies from that cocoon. So anyway, I love you guys, and stay tuned for Wednesday's video. There'll be probably a quick little video tomorrow. Wednesday will be the last video of Empowerment Over Anxiety series. Yes, I'm only having 3 videos, but I think the third and last installment will tie it up really nicely. Thank you for the support on that. And then it'll be on to October. Fresh new beginnings, new content, and yeah, I'm excited. So until the next time, to know thyself is to know thy truth. Namaste.